ready to show the world how handsome I am and how good my skin is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Paris from Pakistan, not from France. I am in Sydney and planning to visit Sydney Opera House and Sydney Harbour. To go to these two places, I need to get a train. Train in Sydney is always on time unless like Pakistan. It costs you 6.65 Australian dollars for a one-way trip from anywhere to anywhere. Once you get onto a train, you need to get off on Circular Quay, the station where you can see all the beauty of Sydney. It's a harbour, and here you will find the most beautiful sceneries. People in Australia are very nice and friendly, but not always. You will be able to explore many beautiful things here. Let me brief you about the history of Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is a multi-venue performing arts centre in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Located on the foreshore of Sydney Harbour, it is widely regarded as one of the world's most famous and distinctive buildings and a masterpiece of 20th century architecture. Designed by Danish architect Jørn Utzon, but completed by an Australian architectural team headed by Peter Hall, the building was formally opened by Queen Elizabeth II on the 20th of October 1973. 16 years after Utzon's 1957 selection as winner of an international design competition. The government of New South Wales, led by the Premier, Joseph Cahill, authorized work to begin in 1958, with Utzon directing construction. The government's decision to build Utzon's design is often overshadowed by circumstances that followed, including cost and scheduling overruns, as well as the architect's ultimate resignation. The building and its surrounds occupy the whole of Bennelong Point on Sydney Harbour, between Sydney Cove and Farm Cove, adjacent to the Sydney Central Business District and the Royal Botanic Gardens, and near to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The building comprises multiple performance venues, which together host well over 1,500 performances annually, attended by more than 1.2 million people. Performances are presented by numerous performing artists, with many resident companies such as Opera Australia, the Sydney Theatre Company, and the Sydney Symphony Orchestra. As one of the most popular visitor attractions in Australia, the site is visited by more than 8 million people annually, and approximately 350,000 visitors take a guided tour of the building